Good evening, Overwatch fans. This is Bang on My Drums, joined in the caster's booth tonight by Bad Swamp Daddy and Taco to bring you this week's third installment of the PMAOWL Alpha Overwatch League. We have finished the Red Division games for the week and are now moving into the Black Division. So the first contest this week will be the Carolina Reapers facing down Team by Tito's. And both teams have had a pretty exciting season. Carolina Reapers now at the top of their division, and Team by Tito's running right around the middle, trying to make some headway for themselves here as the season goes on. So no doubt Team by Tito's will be chomping at the bit to get that W this evening. They are currently sitting third with one match win, 3 losses, whereas Carolina Reapers 4-0 Titans of the Black Division. First map tonight will be Oasis. An interesting choice, considering that all week the Red Division went Busan exclusively. That was the only map that got picked to go first. And so tell me, Mr. Swamp Daddy, what are your thoughts on this first round we're going to see it tonight?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, what are your thoughts on this first map we're seeing tonight? It's the first time we're seeing it this week, so
Oh,
I'm curious to see how it plays out for both teams.
yeah, I personally I think Busan is probably the best control map right now. Um, just it offers a lot of versatility, unlike other control maps like Lijiang, for instance, which I love Lijiang. Don't get me wrong, I think all control maps are the best. Just I love playing control. But where Busan like is elevated and becomes so good is like the difference between drum and mecha bass. It's just totally different. So it's such a great map, and you're going to see a lot of dive, and it's going to be very strong. And I think that's where you're going to see Hefty and Shushifu thriving in this map for sure. Oh, looks like we need a pause.
Yeah, no, they apparently were ready, but then they weren't. And that's what happens when you're not paying attention. But luckily for everybody in the lobby, I know how the custom game controls work. So there you go. Okay, they figured it out now.
So, what are your expectations for these two teams?
Well, we know Iron Brew's gonna play ball. Like it's like okay, check that box. We've mentioned it.
Right.
Um, as far as the lineup, Shushifoof and Hefty on tanks, I like you said. I mean, they could run some serious dive here. And it looks like they are doing the exact opposite of that. They are going Sigma Hog. Hefty's been playing a lot of Hog this season, from what I've seen, and I fully expect him to get some nasty hooks. Now, looking at the side of Team by Tito's, they've got Bastion Genji. That is not a DPS lineup. I have no
I
Tracer
was gonna say
Genji.
I don't think Bastion's gonna stick.
I was gonna say
Definitely.
I would have loved to have seen it, but no, they're going for super divey comp on the side of Team by Tito's. And Carolina Reapers, they're going to go for this hard brawl, Lucia Moira, McCree, May. So they're
Ball's
just going
gonna
to
have
make,
a bad time.
yes, Iron Brew is going to have a terrible time.
Oh
Now
wow!
there's an
Immediately.
early hit. The D.Va hook. The D.Va is trapped, walled, frozen, and she has nowhere to go. DMAC early. Lindemood managing to take out Juice in the backline though. Novus though getting the boop onto Iron Brew. That is just rude. And right now, Carolina Reapers cleaning up this fight heftily. No pun intended. So that was a decisive first fight out there from and Lindemood getting picked off. Gotta love it. The hog hook combo. But yeah, decisive first fight for Carolina Reapers. It seemed like Team by Tito's really just they came in with a plan, and then their D.Va got taken out of the fight so early, there was nothing they could do. Oh, and there's the hook on Iron Brew. Oh my goodness. Hefty is just a madman with these hooks right now. There's the third. I see Shaka goes to the Roadhog to try to counteract Hefty's Roadhog, but right now Hefty just seeming unstoppable here. And
Yeah.
really quite surprising stuff.
If they want to see success in beating this Roadhog, they're gonna have to plan their antes to stop him.
Oh, now Shujiku getting caught out there, and man, it looks like Will Snader is going to have to use Coalescence basically to allow his Sigma to live. He was surrounded by pretty much all of Team Tito's there. And there's a purple coming in from Arrow there. And now Team Tito's has 5 ults. Carolina Reaper's running far behind it. Oh no, the Wrecking Ball gets stunned out of part of his ult there. The Pulse Bomb comes out, it does not get anyone. Out comes the Blade from Fox M. He's trying to get a pick, he's nanoed, but he's gonna get caught in the freeze of the Blizzard there from Gurg7. Juice finishing off Iron Brew. Another decisive fight for Carolina Reapers.
Yeah, it's super split right now. You had a Tracer and Ball fighting a Hog in the back. Team by Tito's is looking very split on what they're wanting to do right now.
Oh, Juice and Shushifu trying the cheeky play with the Gravitic Flux and the High Noon. Shaka Khan does go down there. Gurk gets him frozen. Wilsonator taking out Fox M with the suck. And in overtime here, we see 2 manage to get to point, being Reckless and Lindenmood. Iron Brew is there with them, so they get a 3rd on point. Lindenmood just trying to make something happen, but Hefty will hook him out of the fight. Down goes Iron Brew as he pops mines on point, trying to hang on for dear life. Shaka Khan is there on the Winston, but he is going to have a bad time as Gurk freezes him. Fox M trying to hang on as well here. He does stall, but not for long, and that's the end of round 1. So there, like you said, Bad Swamp Daddy, just looking very split. And I think that's the problem with Team by Tito's right now, is everybody on that team is very used to succeeding on their own. And I think the issue here is that Carolina Reapers are running so coordinated that you just can't, you can't do that chaos, you know, onesie-twosie picks thing to win a fight.
Really what it also comes down to is that this Sigma Hog combo it's high pressure. So you're both tanks, they're both off tanks, and they're both putting high amounts of pressure in. Really, I think what they're running here, Orisa Sigma, could possibly work out better for them. Just as long as they do shield cooldown management and they just need to start putting pressure on the Hog. Because as soon as they put pressure on the Hog, the Sigma loses his ability to just press for it without any damage problems.
All right, and here we go. Round 2 underway. Both teams taking the same route to point. We see a nice pull there coming out from Iron Brew as the majority of Carolina Reapers are up here on this high ground with Hefty floating around down low, getting some tasty hooks. He manages to take out Arrow, and that pick early is going to be huge. Iron Brew gets walled off and frozen. Novus getting the final blow there. And right now, the majority of Team by Tito's are just going to either be taken out of the fight or they're going to kind of poke around back here and down. Oh, Reckless getting booped off. So it looks like Gurk to get rocked off there by Shaka Khan. That was a tasty little play. And there you have it. The cleanup is done, and Carolina Reapers once again with point control here. And looking at this next team fight, we see that Hefty already pretty close to a whole hog. Juice 75% to High Noon. So the ult generation certainly going fast, although Shaka Khan already has Gravitic Flux. So they might be able to engage off that. He gets the Kinetic Grasp is out, and here comes the Amplification Matrix. The wall goes up to stop it. Arrow does take out Hefty there with a well-placed 5-ball through the Amp Matrix. And right now that is the only pick that has come out. So Team by Tito slowly trying to rotate onto point. Here comes the Gravitic Flux from Shaka Khan. Fox M taking out Juice in the backline. Down goes this. Oh no, Shushifu responding a Gravitic Flux of his own. And he gets rocked out of it by Shaka Khan, who was right up there next to him. And that's going to allow Team by Tito's to take the point.
That was actually a really great play by Team by Tito's, especially Shaka Khan on the Sigma ult and getting behind and getting the rock off. Yeah, they're playing super meta right now. Gotta get your rocks off.
Absolutely. You know, you gotta hit him with the rock. And various other rock-related puns that I cannot think of at the moment. And here comes the beat from Novus to take the point back, and Carolina Reapers just basically managed to get on point before Team by Tito's could rotate back. Shushifu going down to the Dragon Strike from Fox M, but Team by Tito's is down too. Fox M kills Novus as well. Hefty taking out Fox M. Juice takes out Reckless. The bomb comes onto point from Lindenmood, but he's not actually on point. He's on the stairs just to the side. So right now, Carolina Reapers still managing to get in capture progress here. Man, that is a big oof on that Bob. I think Lindenwood probably wanted that back.
Yeah,
But
and when they all came to point, the tank should have dropped down immediately. They waited until they had already capped.
and that, unfortunately, is a waiting game you just cannot play. The High Noon comes out from Juice early, does not get anyone, but no one can actually make it to point, and Carolina Reapers win map number 1 handily. And let's see here what tonight's first play of the game will be. It's going to be Mr. Novus on the Lucio. I can't wait to
It's
see
gonna be
which
that
environment
boot by
it
the
looks like.
elevator. Oh, this is this one. Bye.
Oh, it was early. Oh, Iron Brew, my boy.
Goodbye.
He got yoked all the way across there. And you hate, oh, and then the pick? Nice. A 12 kill streak for Novus, of all people. You love to see it. That was a victory for Carolina Reapers, as we just saw there. And now we go back to lobby, and we are now into everyone's least favorite map type, 2CP.
I don't mind 2CP.
I think if you were to take a general survey,
Yeah. Of course.
it's everyone's least favorite.
I
But
think I think it's gotten I think it's maintained a bad rap, even though it's primarily have gotten a lot better than it used to be. Especially when you could roll past first point and hit that second point hard. I'm talking about you, Anubis, and you can get there before they can even get out of spawn. But now you get fast spawns on second point, so it doesn't feel as upsetty spaghetti now.
yeah, it definitely allows you at least one more fight as
Which brings
opposed
me
to
to
just getting rolled.
my second point. Horizon is not a bad map anymore. Y'all got to give it a break. Give it some love. Paris, still a terrible map.
I feel like Horizon first point is much more defendable than Paris first point.
Oh, Paris is horrible. Paris is a terrible map.
Like, but I honestly, I think the problem is that Horizon's second point has a bit of a longer spawn, like for the defenders to get back,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it kind of tough.
Yeah.
Like they have like an extra set of tunnels to walk through compared to any other map, like say Hanamura.
Well, it looks like we're going to Anubis, which is just a classic, and honestly, like OG2CP, and I love Anubis. I think Anubis is such a fun map. It used to be one of my least favorite maps in the game, but once they started fixing spawn rates, it's a really fun map.
Yeah, and I personally have always loved Temple Anubis just because of my very one-sided love for Junkrat. Yes,
Junkrat.
but on that map, especially on point 2, you can't beat it. He makes the front choke unusable.
Yeah, Junkrat is really strong on Anubis. What I hope to see here by Team by Tito's, because no offense to Carolina Reapers, but I am secretly pulling for Team by Tito's. We can have favoritism, right?
Hey, listen, if you got a favorite, you got a favorite. That's just how it is.
And it has nothing to do with anybody on the team because I love all these guys. But I like the underdog. You know, you want to root for the guys that the Carolina Reapers haven't been beaten yet this season. All right, I'm in Black Division. I want to see him beat. And if anyone's going to beat him, it's going to be tonight, and it's going to be Tim by Tito's. The only thing that we really need to see happen is them to just tighten up a little bit. They started pulling it together at the end there by picking Orisa at Sigma, you know, going super meta. But the DPS picks need to tighten up as well. What you had was you had a Hanzo Ash, and with Sigma Orisa, you could probably go for, you know, something a little bit more consistent in damage. Probably a Reaper May, honestly. You know, barf in your own mouth if you want to, but that's the play against this hog.
Listen,
Go Reaper May.
I would love to see somebody play like Fox M. I know he doesn't like playing Reaper, just having been in enough games. But honestly, just play the Reaper, dude. Like
Play the Reaper.
you can just frag on him.
Get that May out there, get that Reaper out there. Hog doesn't get to play the game anymore.
Yeah.
And then he'll switch to Monkey. And once he switches to Monkey, guess what also beats that?
The exact same thing.
The exact same thing. So hopefully we see some, you know, better picks, some tighter organization coming from this side. But, you know, they got the guys. This is a strong team.
Honestly, I would love to see a Ryan Zarya from Iron Brew and Shaka Khan, maybe on attack.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
definitely.
Iron Brew's Reinhardt, people forget that he plays other tanks sometimes. And
yeah.
honestly, I he could mop the floor with Shushi and Hefty if he
Yeah,
was playing Ryan.
and the thing is also with Reinhardt Zarya, when it comes to Zarya, she can do a lot against a hog. She can stop him from killing people. Just it's again when it comes to fighting hogs, all the time. Cooldown management. If you're playing Ana, make sure you have an anti ready. If you see the hog, anti him or sleep him. If you can keep pressure on the hog, he won't push forward. But the problem is the hog has free reign to just go wherever he wants and do whatever he wants. And you'll see that a lot coming from Carolina Reapers. You'll see them just kind of doing whatever they want.
And we see the Zoo Pals coming out from Team by Tito's. Foxem on the Widowmaker now. For those of you might remember, last season he snorted about a mountain of cocaine and killed a crap ton of people on Widow. So hoping to see some performance like that tonight. We do get a pause though. And looks like Arrow is having some technical difficulties here. So we will just bear a moment here while we figure it out. As you know, it do be like that sometimes. So we wait.
The only thing that I wish we could, what we need to like really round out this team comp we see here is I'm not sure what the Lucio does here.
Frag.
I guess a Mercy would honestly be way better here. Give that damage boost to the Widow. Put her out there. And I know, like, listen, I'm a support player. You put me in Mercy jail, I'm quitting the game. All right? Let me play Lucio. Let me play Zen. Let me play Bab. Let me do some damage. Let me play some Ana. I don't... Mercy, no. I'll play Brig. I'll play Moira. Mercy, not for me. But I get it. But, we're... Meta matters. And this is the guy that had the team called Dead Meta a few years ago. But hey, here we are.
Oh, I remember it very well.
Looks like we got an R from Team by Tito's and the other end.
I don't know why my controls don't work anymore. There it is. There it is. It functions now. Hooray. Anyway, we're back. So, ooh, Juice going down early. A nice pick by Foxem there. Just getting obliterated. I know Juice is screaming about that in comps right now. And here we go. Now, the Samduam Sombra, very spicy. Arrow with a nice nade, taking out Hefty. That is going to be very important. We see Team by Tito's managing to get onto point here. Shaka Khan there in the back of point, just harassing Shushifu, giving him the old tickle cannon. And Shushifu will go down. Girk7 is down. Wilsonator getting flattened by Iron Brew. And that is a solid take for Team by Tito's. And we see Shaka getting a little revenge there quite at the end as well. So here we go. With 6 minutes to go, Team by Tito's is on to point B. Now, Girk7, is he really going Bastion? I want to know how serious he is about this, because I'm curious. I'm questioning it. No, he's 100% serious. The Sombra is out there. Girk7 is trying to find his corner, and he is going to shred some people, and I'm living for it right now. You see, Team by Tito's waiting for the last second to jump in. Shaka Khan yeets himself into the point. Oh, and Hefty says, "No, sir, you are going to die." Foxem, huge headshots, takes out both the DPS of Carolina Reapers. And, ooh, Shushifu does manage to finish off Foxem. But here's the minefield already for Iron Brew. They've got some serious control of the point, but they still don't even have a tick yet. Shushifu does get taken up by walking into the mines, but there's still one on point in the Hefty. And Wilsonator popping that Coalescence to help keep his team alive. Big anti comes out from Arrow. Iron Brew will finish off Hefty. You see, it's just Novus now fighting for dear life, trying to hang on. Wilsonator getting the skill ball on Arrow. Out comes the Gravitic Flux to pull the enemy team off point as Shushifu makes it back just in time. Still not even a tick. Shaka Khan is there with Angry Monkey. Juice goes down and takes out Foxem, but he goes down to Iron Brew eventually. Shaka Khan with huge plays taking out Shushifu. Girk7 sniping down Shaka Khan, and Hefty manages to come back just in time to hook Iron Brew, and he gets booped off point there by an escaping Reckless, who takes out Novus, winning that Lucio 1v1 there. Dang. And Novus even hitting him with the GG. You love to see it. And wow, a really crazy fight. Wastes almost a minute and 40 seconds there. And Team by Tito is not even able to get a tick out of that. And you've got to definitely feel a little bit bad about that.
But the good news is they're coming into this with EMP, which is a massive ult.
And they've got a lot of time to try and make these. And here's the EMP followed by the mines, followed by the pile driver. Shaka Khan manages to take out Wilsonator, but Hefty was not in it, and he pops the whole hog and forces all of Team Baititos off point. And then the beat comes out as well from Novus to help them out. Shaka Khan does take out Juice as he does make a second attempt here at the point. You see the Torbjorn turret there from Gerg 7 causing a lot of trouble. Sam Duam goes down, Shaka is out, and that is going to be another lost fight for Team Baititos. Ooh, Fox M getting taken up by Gerg there in the back line. He just... And we'll see. Juice has been holding on to that high noon. This is a very good... I would hope that he uses it, but honestly, he may not need to. Honestly, his team has just been doing such a good job of using 1 or 2 ults to stop Team Baititos from steamrolling them. Every time, you know, they pop mines, so Hefty just points whole hog at the point and clears them. So they've got a solution for everything, and here they go. The Rhine Zarya here on point B. They're running all the way into Team Baititos spawn now. Oh, sorry, Carolina Reaper spawn, Team Baititos are. Sam Duam gets taken up by Hefty there. Hefty getting forced back into spawn. Wilsonator will just Kamehameha Iron Brew out of the fight there. And oh, Shaka Khan getting super picked there by Hefty and Wilsonator. Nova's pitching in there as well. I'm not quite sure what the point of that was. Like, it was a ballsy move, but it just... I don't know what they were doing. They all just went into the spawn instead of into the point. I'm not sure if that was a mistake that they then rolled with, or what happened there. I don't know, because I haven't been looking at chat.
Someone should do that. I'll do that.
Yeah, I don't see it, so I don't see anything about it. Oh yeah, this fight has been very chaotic for Team Baititos. Here comes the high noon from Juice. He gets 2 as he gets booped up by Reckless. Oh man, Reckless is gonna want that right click back. Down goes Juice to Shaka Khan eventually though, but Shaka getting shredded by Shushifoof there. And just really a lot of time being worn down here by Carolina Reapers. Team Baititos just don't seem to be able to get their feet under them here. I do like the fact that they did switch. Finally, the Reaper comes out. It was like you're saying all along, Swamp Daddy. They just need some more front line to just shred this Roadhog. And it looks like...
when you run a Roadhog Sigma like this, what they're really doing is they're allowing too much pressure onto them. And the Roadhog is just getting away with murder. They need to step in and just deal with him. Save some utility for him.
We see now we've got the Rhine Zarya, so they've got some utility they will have here. They get themselves on the point. Out comes the Molten Core from Gerg 7. It doesn't get anyone immediately, but it does cause Team Baititos to get split. The beat comes in from Reckless to help his team get into the fight here. And here comes the hack on Hefty. He's getting shredded now. Head goes down to Sam Duam. We see the beat comes in from Novus to try and keep his team in this fight. No more picks yet. Sam Duam does go down to Novus eventually, though. Punches him right out. Iron Brew, high charge, takes out Gerg. In comes the Shatter from Shaka Khan. He's going to charge right through, get Shushifoof, and he gets picked. And here we go, so close, and maybe they will. Yes, they do finally get 1 tick. Wilsonator managing to stall for a little while. Hefty goes down, Juice takes out Iron Brew, but he manages to get a high noon. He pushes, takes out Fox M after getting booped again. Reckless does eventually take him out of the fight, but the point is cleared, and with only 10 seconds to go, that may be it. We see Sam Duam is trying to sneak, he's trying to sneak in there, get that cheeky hack on Hefty at the last second. Here comes the EMP, it's huge, it gets at least 2, possibly 3. The grab comes out and it gets Juice, but no one is there, and that's the end of round 1.
They had that fight. 100% they had that fight. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on in comms. Obviously, we can't hear that, but it seems as if there was a target priority disagreement, perhaps. It looks like we had a couple people on the Hog, a couple people fighting someone else. I believe it looked like the Sigma, and that's kind of the scary part about Hog Sigma. They're both such high damage dealers. You got to figure out which one to attack. And if your attention gets split, so be it. But we had a couple people on Hog, and Hog eventually died, but at the cost of their 100% charged Zarya.
Yeah, because Iron Brew was shredding people towards the end there. That I cannot explain.
It's looking better right now, but it's your camera's not moving, so that's kind of helping.
Well, I blame Jeff. It's an easy pick. And we see now the Sigma Zarya coming out from Team by Tito's on the defense here. Initially, it looked like Carolina Reapers were going to push to the right, but they did not. Hefty running off on his own little left-hand slant here as the Doomfist comes in from Gerg 7. You see Samduam's Torbjorn turret gets taken out early, and we got the Ash from Fox 7. Ooh, Hefty gets him with a spicy hook across the gap there from the two high sides of point. Team by Tito's now being forced to rotate here. Shushifu takes out Samduam with a well-placed rock. The turret is still there on point, but Team by Tito's getting just destroyed right now by Carolina Reapers, and that is going to be point A right there. Looks like Team by Tito's just going to go ahead and get a little resetty spaghetti. Ooh, Juice getting staggered there by Iron Brew as he backs out. And Juice even hitting him with the chat with a, hey, that was rude. It's like, well, sir, you opened yourself up to it, so you died. And it be like that sometimes. So here we go. Point number 2. Team by Tito's with about 5.5 minutes worth of defense that they have to do here. You can see right now, Carolina Reapers taking a very slow rotation to the right and underneath. Gerg 7 getting an early pick there on Samduam. Reckless does manage to take him out, but Reckless gets taken out by Juice. And right now, there's a beat coming out from Novus as we have Gravitic Flux coming out from Shaka Khan, stopping Team by Tito's from getting point progress. Shaka Khan manages to kill Shushifuk with it, but it's not enough. And Carolina Reapers win as they get the successful full tick there. Man, it just all happened so fast. And there it is, Juice with tonight's second play of the game. I bet, yep, I remember watching this happen.
And this is again what this happening is just, you know, he can't keep getting away with it, as they say. You just walked up behind him and killed him.
All right, so now we are gonna do the old switcheroony so that we swap our attack and defense here. And we are going to be going to Payload this week is next. Yes, Escort. Options are Havana, Junkertown, and Gibraltar. So I will be curious to see who gets what map ends up getting selected here.
It's Havana, Gibraltar, and Junkertown?
Yep.
Well, let's see. We're Team by Tito's. Our tank line is Iron Brew and Shaka. Where do we go?
My bet is Junkertown.
Lots of mobility for Ball. The Sigma Hog combo will not work on attack. Well, let me correct myself. It shouldn't work on attack.
Doesn't mean it won't, but it should not. Correct.
It should not work.
Yep. But didn't even wait a second before saying Junkertown. I know for a fact it is Iron Brew's favorite map, and he would have shrieked if they did not pick it. So, Carolina Reapers not having their toaster oven this evening, so they are going to just keep running what they are running. And it's going to happen like that. So here we go. Carolina Reapers currently 2-0, and they are one map away from having tonight's match in the bag. So I'm very curious to see what Team by Tito's can do to try and even things out. I really would love to see a Fox M Widow here to start things off, maybe, or even a Lindamood Widow, honestly. I know he's a bit more confident on it than Fox M.
Honestly,
So
run double sniper. Get
especially
the
on defense.
yeah. Well, um, on attack as well. First point, you can run a crossfire with Arissa Sigma, double sniper. But we're gonna get some. We're definitely gonna get some ball action. My my recommendation would be go with ball, and if you have a hog problem, just play ball hog. You know, figure it out.
Give him the hog and ball torture. And it looks like Shujifu and Hefty are up. Now Hefty's just tooling around picking Bastion. For a second there, I thought Shujifu and Hefty were going to pick Zoopals, and maybe they are. Maybe they are. Anything is possible if you believe.
It's not a
Yeah.
bad pick, and honestly, they're probably aware that Hog and Sigma is not going to serve them as well.
Oh, and of course, Keegan is talking, and the stream can't hear him, but he is messing with our heads, which is just great. Anyway, we see apparently, uh, according to our esteemed cameraman, there have actually been some issues with Twitch tonight overall because of how many people are streaming Cyberpunk 2077.
It actually looks good now on Twitch. We're looking clean, yeah.
Looks like Twitch is to blame for all our problems. Meanwhile, Lindamoon winning that early Widow battle against Juice. Unfortunately, it seems to be a bit of a hollow victory as, Hefty getting taken out there. I was about to say, it sounded like Carolina Reapers were still kind of running their usual pandemonium against Team by Tito's here, but Juice, while he is getting some picks and winning the Widow battle, his team is going to be stalled here in this second bridge choke here, as they do finally manage to halt the progress of Carolina Reapers. Team by Tito's finally seeming to find their legs here. Lindamood, though, in for quite the fight here against Juice on the Widowmaker 1v1.
I do like the double sniper.
Yeah, having the Hanzo Widow, definitely a solid choice, like you said. Create the crossfire. Fox M just over there on the Hanzo, causing so much trouble. Oh, and Juice with a pick on Iron Brew this time. Just the Widow plays, you love to see them. They're high energy sniper action. Right now, that too. High snipery energy action, he says. Meanwhile,
Not sure about that nano. Seems a little early.
But hey, you know what? It's working so far. Team by Tito's is managing to get their stall on. And Carolina Reapers right now trying to regroup here. We see Shujifu kind of rolling around at the speed of sound, trying to figure out what his plan's going to be. Looks like he's going to back his team. In comes Hefty on the Winston. And here comes the coalescence from Wilsonator. And Team by Tito's just doesn't have the numbers at the cart. Shaka Khan is going to get melted by a combination of coalescence and shots from Gerg 7 there. Nobis managing to take out Fox M. Juice takes out Lindamood. Hefty with a pick on Arrow there. And the cart not moving, but with so much space being taken up by Carolina Reapers here, it just doesn't even seem to matter.
It does that for spectator. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because of the colors thing that you don't see the beam times. Oh, and it looks like Iron Brew is going to manage to stall point just barely, gets a hook kill and pulls out the whole hog, but Wilsonator and Juice say, no sir, you will not get to do this. Shujifu is there too, trying to stall with the mines. Fox M kills him, but he does not get out of it alive. And the cart still moves forward. Oh man, and Juice pretty mad about that Venom mine kill. Pretty sure he's gonna want to see a replay of that later, or I know I will. So they better see that in the clips that prove you're better than Eric channel. And here we go, Hefty jumping in with that spicy Roadhog play, just harassing the high ground here. creating a lot of room for his team to just scooch that cart forward. Iron Brew gets taken up, gets a pick there on Juice. Lindenmood taking out Gurk7. So some serious sniping going on, but the cart is still proceeding forward, and Lindenmood gets slept there by Arrow, not by Arrow, excuse me, by Wilsonator, who swapped to the Ana now. And that is a spicy sleep if I ever saw one. Lindenmood getting finished off by Hefty. Shushifu managing to help stall the cart as Carolina Reapers does have to back out. And it looks like, oh, Reckless taking a nice early pick there on Shushifu with the 5-ball. And Shaka Khan, he is not long for this world. Gurk7 burns him down. Iron Brew is still burning himself, but he does manage to hang on here. And right now, the cart's nicely stalled here at this choke here in street space. And looks like, oh, Reckless with another pick there on Gurk7. The man is just sniping people right now in the Zenyatta. And it looks like Team by Tito's finally has some stability here. It do be like that sometimes. And here we go. Sights pop by Juice, so they're going to get a little bit of a strategery advantage here. They can see what's going on. We see the Roadhog getting hooked there early. The beat comes out from Novus. Iron Brew is going to get picked off by Gurk7. The Dragon Strike comes out from Fox M. Does not manage to get anyone. Transcendence coming out from Reckless as he had to kind of save himself there. Lindenmood managing to pick off Novus. The grab as the Gravitic Flux inside the hallway there. Shaka Khan gets a pick there on Shushifu. Lindenmood finishes off Gurk7, but Hefty with 2 picks manages to turn this fight around. And right now it's just Lindenmood there trying to snipe at people. Oh, and Hefty getting hooked off point there by Iron Brew. Has to pop his vape there, and he does manage to whole hog Iron Brew not only off point but also to death. Down goes Shaka Khan. Lindenmood final speed finishing off Hefty, and that actually stops the cart. Now here we go once again. Not all of Carolina Reapers are there, but they're doing their best. They're harassing Arrow tried to get back. Fox M will take out Gurk7, but Fox M goes down to Shushifu. And right now, Carolina Reapers
got a touch. You
that
got
cart.
a touch.
And there you go. That is going to be that for Street Space. And now Team by Tito's back on their heels again here as we move into the indoor phase of the map. And here we go. The fight once again commencing here. We've got the Sigma Hog. Fox M getting the Sonic Arrow pick on Shushi. Oh man, that's never not BM, no matter whether you meant to do it or not. Oh, and here comes the Bob now from Gurk7. Gonna create some space again for his team. Gets shredded there by Fox M and Iron Brew. And right, Shaka Khan and Reckless getting some nice picks there, and they finally managed to stall this point. Wilsonator, the odd man out. He is going to manage to get away though without getting staggered. And now it looks like Carolina Reapers will reset. Just over a minute and a half to go here at the final phase of this push here for Carolina Reapers. So Swamp Daddy, what do you think Team by Tito is going to need to do here to really successfully stall this out and prevent them from getting all the way through pushing here?
Honestly, I think they've been doing great this game. They've been playing a lot tighter than they have been. I like to switch to Hog. It's like the old saying goes, the best way to beat a Bastion is a Bastion. And the same is true for Hog. It's the old saying.
And there's a lot of ults being popped on both sides. Juice gets a high noon, takes out Lindenmood. Iron Brew manages to kill Shushifu, but we also saw a whole Hog coming out there earlier.
He ulted.
Oh, he ulted, he managed to kill Hefty, but he also died for it. And both Hogs end up down, and the cart is still idle, despite all of that. So that was a...
It be moving though.
Oh, no, there it is.
Some say it don't be moving, but it do.
There it is. The remnants of Carolina Reapers managed to scrape together a push there. 30 seconds to go. We've got sights coming out from Lindenmood trying to help his team get some more advantage here and figure out where things are moving. You see all of Carolina Reapers on the point. Oh no, Shushifu managing to pick off Lindenmood early. That is going to be huge. Iron Brew in the back line of Carolina Reapers. Shaka Khan in the front with the Gravitic Flux. The beat comes out from Novus and it saves his team from death. And here comes the competing Gravitic Flux from Shushifu. It gets a Transcendencing Reckless there. So neither Sigma Ultimate with an initial pick there, but Wilsonator and Novus getting some late picks there. Iron Brew popping in, taking out Shushifu. Shaka Khan goes down to Juice. And now it's Iron Brew pushing Hefty pushing Iron Brew rather off point. Here comes the whole Hog. The high noon comes out from Juice. And there it is, round one complete. 0 seconds on the clock. Oh, and the afterthought there on the Deadeye. Juice.
So I
just to
was
be
gonna
rude.
say this. That
That man has a nice cat. She looks
he
very.
kind of cute though, you know. I heard he's got a dump truck. Is that nice?
Listen,
Oh yeah.
I've met the man in person. Not only does he have a dump truck, he is tall.
Oh, hey, him and I are the same height. AJ and I are secretly the same person. We just haven't admitted it to anyone yet.
I've never seen the two of you in the same room at the same time.
True. And we both have dump trucks. So,
Twig,
I
this
think
is a family channel. Excuse me, sir.
the
Duh.
Tonka truck. Tonka.
Donk.
Yeah, that's a good Tonka Donka. That's a good one. So Tonka Donk. That dude's got a Tonka Donk. Oh yeah, absolute dumpers. That's right, Band Panther.
Yes. Oh, Cartoon Network. Like Dexter's mom.
Like Ed Nettie, dude. Ed Nettie, dumpers.
Indeed. Oh, we've got a pause request from Juice. Oh, never mind. They lied.
I know it's a little late, but I believe Team Bartitos should have switched off the double sniper on the last point. Widow doesn't get as much of an advantage there as she does on first point.
Agreed. Yeah, there's not nearly as many sight lines in that third point because it's literally a U-shaped path that they have to take. So you have a lot of sight lines that are cut off just naturally. Ooh, Hefty getting shredded there in this initial push here by Team Tito's. Fox M takes out Gerg 7. You thought he could out Shimada, the Shimada one trick of the league. And Iron Brew does go down there to Juice. See, Shujiku gets rocked and then slept. Oh my goodness, you gotta love how much CC is in this game sometimes. Fox is getting picked off there by Juice. That was a tasty shot. Oh, and Reckless goes down too. So a good first push by Team Tito's, but they are going to have to bail on out here as they are down in numbers. Iron Brew now regrouped with his Sigma here. And they're gonna take a second attempt at this here as Hefty is getting spicy with the hooks once again. He does get rocked for his hubris though. We see Gerg 7 getting harassed there. He does it out Shaka Khan. See Iron Brew getting slept. That is a big oof. Though he is on cart, so he is technically helping. And we've got an electric cowboy coming out from Gerg. Oh no! Juice gets headshot before he can high noon. What a play by Lindamood. That single-handedly, not single-handedly, but that did a lot to save that push for them. And now it's
Watch
just
out for the hog. Watch out for the hog.
You see Gerg 7 now on the Sombra, which seems to be their biggest concern there. But yeah, that hog is getting the 2-tank treatment. Oh.
There you go. That's how you deal with a hog, boys. Use your cooldowns. Let's go, dudes. Also, I would like to take this brief pause to say, hello, Applejuice68. I love you. Now you say it too, Jonah.
Hello, Applejuice68. I love you too. I don't know who you are, but hello, and I love you. And there's a very early Dragon Strike coming out from Fox M, probably just to, you know, establish its dominance, as one does. You see Gerg 7 getting shredded by an Iron Brew as well. That's definitely going to be a very useful pick on the side of Team Tito's. Juice just kind of hanging out, trying to make something happen on the high ground here, but he was getting harassed. Ooh, I say that as he picks off Reckless. And now we see Hefty on the Winston, just like you called it there, Swamp. He has indeed picked the Monchi. See, Lindamood the long distance battle against Juice there, though. And Iron Brew kind of giving Winston a bad time here, though he is, amidst two people, but he does eventually get taken down. So the monkey not working quite so well against this lineup of Team Tito's. Gerg 7 getting staggered there as well. And the cart continues to trundle forward. Substantial amount of time bank left here for Team Tito's as they approach the end of point 2. Oh, somebody forgot to push the cart there for a second. I saw that arrow. Don't think I didn't see that. Indeed it does.
It also happens to the worst of us.
but mostly the best of us.
Uh,
Oh man, and Novus getting in there just the last second and managing to touch. And here come multiple ults from both teams. We've got Transcendence, we've got Gravitic Flux. The grab comes out itself. Winstonator and Novus both go down. Shushi Foop does take on Fox M. Here comes the Gravitic Flux from Shushi Foop now. The Deadeye follows up, and Carolina Reaper's finally able to stop the progress of this cart just inches away, or at least a little over a meter away, so more like feet.
I would like to know why Shaka Khan's Eat didn't catch that Deadeye. It certainly looks like it should have.
I don't know. I didn't really see it from the right angle to understand it either. It could have just been one of those things where it's like, if he wasn't quite close enough to McCree, the shot went around his body and didn't get sucked. Because Kinetic Grasp is only the width of Sigma's body.
Correct.
That's my best guess.
Now, unfortunately, I think what Team by Tito's needs to do here is get back to the hog. It's going to be very difficult to play against this monkey.
Yes, they need some, as my good friend Biggie likes to refer to them, monkey hunting guns.
Monkey hunting guns.
And
Reaper in there.
I would love to see Reaper. Give me at least Reaper Hanzo. I mean, that's not a bad option either. And go Sigma Hog, like you said, and just do the thing. Just shoot them so much that they die. I think that's what you kind of hope to see in that situation. And we see, so we do see Lindenboot switching to the McCree. Wilsonator gets picked early there by Fox M, so that is huge. We still see Zarya Sigma though. Why can't I say it? EMP comes out and stops that push in its tracks. Hefty does get slept. Only a minute left here for Team by Tito's, and they've got to make something happen right now. They are split hard as multiple members going down. Shaka Khan does finish off Hefty, and it looks like he's just going to push right forward. 45 seconds left. He's got to do something. And Lindenboot does manage to take a juice there as he comes back. Shaka Khan trying to eat what he can, but they are going to have to regroup here. They just don't have the numbers to win that fight. We see Team Tito's now with 5 ults online. I really fully expect them to just press Q to win here. There's no reason
to press Q to stop them from winning.
Well, we can hope. Hefty goes down, so that's one ult they don't have.
That's a massive pick.
Kirk 7 going down. The Gravitic Flux is out. Here comes the Dragon Strike. It's not going to be stopped by the Coalescence. Down goes Shushi Foop. Down goes Novus. And Wilson are just not able to.
Here comes the dead.
No, I think they save it here. I think they just push the cart.
Oh, he just goes to cart and gets slapped in the head. That's also a play.
And there it is. Team by Tito's still in this contest with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. The possibilities are also endless.
Don't forget, you were talking to a person that does not exist.
Indeed. Speaking of things that aren't real. Looking at Hefty here, popped that Angry Monkey early, taking out Lindenboot. Here comes the other tank ult here from Shushi Foop, takes out Iron Brew. 60 seconds to go, and that is both tank ults. Honestly, they probably didn't need the Gravitic Flux. I'm just going to
switch. They need
to
switch.
But yes, as far as Team Batitos goes, Iron Brew needs to get back on the hog, 100%. They've got 4 ults. Foxem will have Dragon Strike in about 10 seconds once he's back in the fight of things there. And Shaka Khan knew they were camping outside spawn. That forced to use Gravitic Flux. It forced Novus to use Beat. And with only about 30 seconds to go here, Hefty does manage to take out Lindenboot in the chaos of all that there. Iron Brew does get on point and does allow the cart to push forward, as it's the Ashe and the Moira against him there. And he's got the cart to heal him. Shaka Khan takes out Hefty, and the cart continues to trundle forward. 10 seconds to go. They have got to stay just glued to that cart, because if anybody gets off it, that is game over. And it does not look like they have to worry about Gravitic Flux from Shuji Foop just yet, but when they do, that is going to be a problem, and they're going to have to be ready to stun it. The High Noon comes out from Linda Moody is not able to get anyone, but Shushi Boof does get taken out in the aftermath there. Here comes the Transcendence from Reckless, keeping his team alive. Heinen comes out from Juice and does not get anyone. He does get eventually taken out there by Reckless. Reckless does get taken out by Gurk 7. And now here comes Hefty with the Angry Monkey trying to swat people off point. He gets back and he is there. Linwood is there to stun him, but it is not enough. Here comes the Dragon Strike from Fox M, clearing some space. And down goes Hefty, but the Diva is now out from Shushifu for stall. Fox M goes down, so does Iron Brew. And that is it, folks. Carolina Reapers are tonight's victors with a 3-0 win over Team by Tito's. And here we go, tonight's final play of the game, once again from Mr. Juice, the old man McCrizzle. And here we go. Let's see. Oh, the pick on Lindamood, big. The Fox M. The Zenyatta. And then, yeah, just cooldowns and using them a lot. And there you have it, folks. That is the match. That is all that she wrote.
I will say Team by Tito's looked great that match.
They really did.
Much stronger than the previous two maps.
Absolutely. I think they really started to find their stride to kind of find their rhythm and find out what they needed to do to be successful towards the end of that third map. It's just a shame it took them as long as it did to kind of figure out that they couldn't just play. I think part of it was, they were kind of playing comfort picks into Carolina Reapers, and unfortunately those comfort picks just weren't the right picks. And that really was kind of rough. And you saw it all night. They just fought their asses off, and it was an extremely exciting game as always. And there you have it, the final score, 3-0, Carolina Reapers taking down Team by Tito's. And I think that will about do it for us here in the caster's booth. Just like to give a final shout out to all of our wonderful Twitch viewers this evening. And you've gotta appreciate the support. Don't forget, we now also have a Twitter and an Instagram. So search for PMAOWL on your favorite social media channels to see all the memes that our wonderful social media manager, Colored, aka Fire Chicken, aka Charles in Charge, has been feeding you over the internets. This is Banging My Drums, joined, of course, in the casting booth by Bad Swamp Daddy and Taco, saying we'll catch you tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel, for Smooth Brain Gang as they face down Birds Aren't Real.
Which reminds me.
Which reminds you.
All right? This isn't a joke, okay? Birds aren't real, all right? Everyone knows that Nixon killed all the birds and replaced them with drones, okay? Birds are the bourgeoisie. Everyone knows it.
There you have
Don't
it,
forget
folks.
it.
Birds are the bourgeoisie. Thank you, and good night.